Hello and welcome to Action Theater Presents. Today's feature is a feature from 2018, The Equalizer Part 2, starring Denzel Washington, uh, Pedro Pascal, Bill Pullman, uh, of course, directed by Antonia Figueroa. Uh,
Mhm.
who's else? Ashton Sanders is in it. Marissa Leo,
Mhm.
John Scruffy, and Orson Bean.
We got some familiar faces in this one. Of course, this is the second in the so far trilogy. I've been hearing some rumblings. There might be a fourth. We'll see. Um, but this movie has some of the best scenes of the trilogy, and it's a very worthy sequel. And we find Robert McCall a couple of years later. He's officially back in Equalizer mode as we meet him here, and kind of righting wrongs and doling out justice to whoever it's seen fit. And he suffers a loss in this one, and goes on goes out for some good old fashioned revenge, Equalizer style. Right. Movie is, of course, rated R. Runs for 2 hours. So this is going to be a nice, cool little quick injection of action this time around. Um,
Indeed.
yeah. I do want to remind everyone, of course, as much as we would love to, we cannot air the movie live. You would have to, if you are watching live right now, you can follow along with us on Cosme. The link to the screening room is at the top of both chats. I do also want to remind everyone that you would, if you are watching later on, you would need either your own physical copy, uh, as I have. I'll be following along with my own copy today, and or you can find a movie readily available on streaming. So you can do it that way. If
Indeed.
you do not, you will be out of luck. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Alrighty then.
Mhm.
Let's kick the tires and light the fires.
Indeed.
There we go. Five, four, three, two, go. And that's my cat talking to everybody.
Mhm. And of course, if you are joining us, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. There's the Sony logo popping up on the screen. This was Denzel's first sequel. It's the first time he had ever done a sequel to any of his films. And of course, returning director Antoine Fuqua, who of course directed all three films actually, and also Training Day. This is of course based on the '80s television series of the same name. We have the Escape Artist logo and Columbia Pictures. And Turkish Railway, 400 kilometers from Istanbul. This is where we find McCall kind of in the middle of his latest mission.
This is going to start jumping off here really quick.
Oh, yeah, very quickly.
Here
Here we
we
go.
go.
Joining us, Nick Cosme. Words and pictures. Good to see you, sir.
Yes. Always good to see you.
Cosme link is at the top of the screen. We're just a few minutes in to Equalizer 2, where Robert McCall has just rescued the kidnapped girl from her, I guess, Turkish mob. It's kind of the implication.
In all places, she was returned to where the lady works.
Now, this is also a hint. This is something that actually carries into the third movie as well. Is yes, he has the ad, which was in the newspaper in the original series. Here, he puts it out on the internet. And yes, people do reach him in that fashion, but he also has other ways of finding out that people are in trouble. And of course, here's where we meet Sam, who's played by the veteran character actor Orson Bean.
We call that aging, boys and girls.
Yep. And welcome to Connie Cleary.
Hello, Connie. Good to see you.
No worries, Connie. No worries.
No, you're not late. You arrive precisely when you mean to, and we love when you join us.
Yeah, we're just a few minutes in, so join in.
Yeah, not to worry.
As you see here, he's an Uber driver, or well, Lyft in the case of this film, but you get the idea. And you kind of get all these little slices of life, these other stories that are going on in the background. But you know he's going to too, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be there. course, here's the apartment building where he now lives.
Still reading the 100 books from
Mhm.
top 100 books to must read.
Here we go. Introduced to our evil CIA team here. Jonathan Scarf, who Van Helsing fans might remember, played Axel. Yeah, number 100. And of course, this is the woman whose daughter was kidnapped. So this is how he knows her. Rescued the girl and saved his favorite bookstore. Works for me. And of course, Person of Interest fans will recognize Kevin Chapman, who played Fusco, regular character on that show. He's also in Unstoppable, which was another Denzel Washington film. And picking up a passenger without a picture to go along with it is usually rather frowned upon by kind of Uber drivers. Kind of like to know who they're dealing with. Oh yeah, they got some bangers in this one. Words.
He doesn't even have to know what happened to her.
No, he doesn't.
He just can read the situation, and he's already not too happy. This is this is great. Great Steve. Like about a bunch of douches that deserve what they have coming to them. Here comes karma.
Oh,
Wow.
mm. Mm.
Hail to Darkwood presents. Hail, brother.
Oh, Dark Woods, good to see you. We are 20 minutes, 22 minutes and 45 seconds into Equalizer 2. You can, of course, follow along on Cosme or with your own copy. If you are joining us later on, the movie is available on Fandango at home and Amazon Prime, where you can find all three films. Mhm. And of course, returning from the first movie, Melissa Leo as Susan Plummer, aka Control. And thank you, Connie, for the member chat. Over
Yes,
on
thank
Bill's
you.
side, member for 1 year.
Wow, awesome.
Congrats.
Thank you so much, Connie.
Oh, yeah, I'll curl up with that tonight. You share too much. No. I always liked that she got cast in these movies because she was actually a guest star in one of the very early episodes of the original series. Bless you.
Vandalism.
Mhm.
Vandalism of a garden and the walls.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster. Hold on. Ashton Sanders, of course, was in Moonlight, Best Picture winner. I think it was around the same time, same year, the year before.
Thank you, Dark Woods, for $1 super chat. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Darkwoods.
Appreciate it.
Mhm. Now, interesting tidbit about this scene is they were not actually filming the movie that day. That they were just this was just Denzel being Denzel. But they kept it anyway. Yeah, I like this version. Um, they they made their own changes, of course, but they also they kept what made the Equalizer what it was. And Fallen is also a very good one. I'm hoping that we do that sometime down the line. Maybe that'll be a Halloween selection. Now, there are some that would say that this storyline seems extraneous, but it isn't. This is something that would happen in the show. There would be like this B story.
Yeah, and it's actually a very
Yeah.
kind of interesting story. Very believable too.
Yeah.
Ah, but he does. He has a sister out there.
Yeah. Of course, well, we'll get to that.
Mhm.
Of course, Bill Pullman. Always good to see Bill Pullman. And of course, his son is acting now. He's been making quite a name for himself. Of course, Top Gun Maverick and Outer Range. After school. And Ket the Belgian. Time stamp 35 minutes, 40 seconds. Those of you who are following along through alternate means.
Here we have Pedro Pascal's character. Game of Thrones was the first place that I seen Pedro Pascal. Then he started showing up in everything.
I first remember seeing him. I think it might have been on an episode of NYPD Blue,
Oh,
but previously he'd been in a TV series on the USA Network called Graceland, which was about undercover cops. Oh, whoopsie.
yeah, she's a fighter.
Yeah. Ow.
Man,
How's
is
that
she a
feel?
scrapper? She has every right to, though. But yeah, this young actor, he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Here you have he's basically a young artist, and he's like, um, what's her name's character from the first one? But you know,
Yeah.
he's got a lot of potential, and he's very talented at something. Hello, Lady Miss.
Hello, Lady
So
Miss.
good to see you, Lady Miss.
Emoji Queen. We are 43 minutes, 15 seconds into Equalizer 2. And of course, McCall waits outside for everyone to leave because remember from the first film, as far as the CIA is concerned, he's dead. The only people who know he's alive is Susan and Brian. Well, now just Brian. Meanwhile, accidents like that will happen from time to time. He's putting the pieces together. Yeah. Whoopsie. So he's kind of getting the band back together here.
I like how he's running through the steps of the.
Yeah.
He's basically doing his own little investigation.
Well, first things first. Where's Miles? Yep. Knock, knock. Timestamp is 1 hour, 50 seconds. About halfway through the film.
King Banger trying to get his brother to join for the making of speedballs and Miles Morales. Yes, if you if you give it a chance. Talk about scared straight.
Yeah.
He takes it to the whole nother level.
Again, this is not the film. They were just following around Denzel that day. And of course, this is the setup later on for the third act. Mountain Dew. I'm sorry. Sorry. And welcome, Enigma Severus. Good to see you. Join us on Cosme. You're watching Equalizer 2. We are 1 hour, 7 minutes, and now 30 seconds in.
Correct, sir.
For you to hit the like, shout out the stream, of course.
I don't think your passenger is into the small talk. It doesn't look like the type. Happy that you could join us, Eugene.
Indeed.
On a bad, terrible way to unwind and relax.
To the left. To the left. Dickweed.
At least the Equalizer is driving an American vehicle.
Ugh.
That fool just got cat. He had it coming. Sure, he did something.
Changing cars. Close enough. Of course, this is this scene kind of suggests they're going to go that the bad guys are going to go after Dave here next. All the people should know better. He's at the top of the list. Yeah. The manner of speaking, yes. Indeed. Whoopsie.
You've been up to no good, Dave. Wait a minute. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Worse than
yeah, you're
pictures.
not wrong. You're not wrong. So he's basically just found out it's not just his partner who's gone dirty. It's his whole team.
It's all personal. It's all very personal to Mr. McCall.
Each and every one of you. And his disappointment is I don't get to do it once.
Oh, yeah. Everything's just fine and dandy.
That's all good.
We won't have gunplay with the children around.
Listen to you too. I'll see you. Bye bye. Nice to meet you. Missing you already. You know. This is not the way. All right. Wait, what? A woman that doesn't care about clothes? No good to me. Burn the room. Okay. Creaky. Well, standard CIA procedure. spend millions of dollars training you and then eliminate their own agents. You ever notice that in movies, Bill?
Yeah.
We spent millions of dollars training you. Was it good? Then why are you trying to kill him? Seems counterproductive. There you go, Miles, thinking with your stomach.
He's not delivering no pizza. just like a government spook, leaving the orange juice out. Like, at least have the dignity to put it back in the fridge. I tell you.
And of course, that's the badge she stole off of the corrupt cop in the first film. That wasn't very nice. He's a stinky stinkerson. Timestamp 1 hour, 34 minutes, 30 seconds. We're up to our third act battle here. And LHFKC 2005, sometimes known as 10. Cosme link is at the top of the chat. I'd like to remind you once again, we cannot show you the movie live as much as we would like to. It is available on, of course, physical media. And streaming on Fandango at home and Amazon Prime. Have the high ground, Anakin.
Ooh,
Whoops!
damn, that was brutal. Hey, down it. Never go try to kill the guy who trains people how to do these sort of things.
Have either of you seen The Three Burials of Melquiades Estrada, directed by Tommy Lee Jones? I was thinking of watching it. I have seen it. It's very much worth a look.
Ugh.
Mhm. Yeah, you're welcome, Words. Anytime. Hmm.
I don't think he'll be coming back from that.
No. Hmm. Mm. Okay.
Your wish is his command.
Piece by piece. Now, the move he is going to do here, this one, that is not killing him. That is paralyzing him. He is only dead when he hits the ground. Pretty gnarly. Russian just gives that fall an 8. Yeah. So you talked to her then. I am the walrus. Sorry.
One of those fellas you just don't want to be messed with. I'm a ghost.
And of course,
Man, the kid did
Yeah.
great job.
and everybody's in there. She's in there. His brother's in there. Garden's put back together, and well done. Mhm. Reunited. And the storm didn't take the house. All right. And that was the Equalizer 2.
Yes, it was.
Storm was frightened to touch his house. Yeah. All right. Shall I consult the scrolls?
You shall consult the strolls.
All right. Equalizer 2 was released July 20th, 2018. Estimated budget of 62 million, going on to gross 190 million around the world. All right. That year, Denzel got nominated at the BET Awards, the Image Awards. For lead actor in a motion picture for this film. Antoine Fuqua was nominated for the Variety Piazza Grande Award at the Locarno Film Festival. And nominated Best Original Song at the Hollywood Music and Media Awards. All right. Filming locations. all in Massachusetts, including Boston, Lynn, Brookline, Lars Anderson Park, Marshfield, in Randolph, 75101 Federal Street, Boston, Millennium Tower in Boston, the Charles MGH MBTA station, Commonwealth Books, 599 Columbus Avenue in Boston, which is where McCall's building is, the Powder Point Bridge, the intersection of Salt Lane and Creek Square in Boston, which doubled for the building where the junkies get blown up. Yeah, Brussels was all Boston, folks. Believe it or not. Brant Rock Tower, Marshfield, Massachusetts, and the New England Studios, Devon, Massachusetts. Okay, on to the trivia. All right. This was the first time director Antoine Fuqua directed a sequel to one of his own movies. And after over 55 film and television credits, this was Denzel Washington's first sequel. During filming, the crew whimsically referred to the movie as the Sequelizer. 2 security guards were wounded during a shooting which took place during the film's production. All right. McCall refers to Miles as Yummy. This is a reference to Robert Yummy Sandifer, an American street gang member from Chicago. He was only a child, believed to be 11. Sandifer's murder by fellow gang members in Chicago garnered national attention, resulting in him appearing on the cover of Time magazine in September 1994. Wasn't Alec Baldwin? No. All right. Moving on. Talks of a sequel to The Equalizer began 7 months prior to the release of the first film. While Sony and some industry publications reported the film was made on a net production budget of $62 million, Deadline Hollywood stated their sources insisted the cost was in the high $70 million range after Massachusetts tax credits. In July of 2018, when asked about the possibility of The Equalizer 3, Antoine Fuqua expressed interest in returning to direct. McCall uses Kali when knife fighting Ari. I don't know if you would call that a fight necessarily. 3 UFC fighters cameo in this film. Former fighter Jay Heron, as well as Donald Cowboy Cerrone and Andrei Arlovsky. Denzel Washington wanted the fight scenes he participated in to be as realistic as possible, so they brought in fighter Tyron Woodley to train Denzel for his fight scenes. The gang that tries to recruit Miles is based on the Bloods. Miles pulls Richard Wright's book Native Son out of McCall's bookcase, exposing the secret room. Ashton Sanders, who plays Miles, went on to play Bigger Thomas, the lead character in Native Son, based on this novel. The book that McCall is reading on the train at the beginning of the film is Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. It won the 2015 National Book Award for Nonfiction. In the scene where McCall returns to avenge the abuse Amy suffered in the hotel, he inflicts a dislocating hand injury to the last of the punks he calls Junior. Denzel Washington sustained a very similar industry during youth sports, leaving his right hand permanently damaged. In the scene where Miles talks to Robert in the latter's kitchen, a small portable radio can be seen placed next to the window above the kitchen sink. Shortwave radio hobbyists will immediately recognize it as the iconic and popular Sony ICF-SW 7600GR world band receiver. By coincidence, Sony ceased production of this radio the same year Equalizer 2 premiered. The third movie produced by Denzel Washington, where a BMW appears in the scene. The first being Safe House, a BMW being used during a chase scene. The second being Roman J. Israel Esquire, where a BMW is driven by his boss. And in this movie, he drives a 2018 BMW 550i before the final shootout. All right. At 44 minutes and 41 seconds, the back left photo shows Melissa Leo's character Susan Plummer standing with Reese Witherspoon, Michelle Obama, and Andrea Young. Before Susan is photoshopped in, the original photo included Hillary Clinton. Instead, it was taken at the 2010 International Women of Courage Awards, which was held at the U.S. Department of State in Washington, D.C., March 10th, 2010. The alcoholic lift passenger is played by Kevin Chapman. Chapman was one of the leads in the series Person of Interest, which itself is a high-tech similar premise to The Equalizer. When McCall reaches the police roadblock at the resort town, he uses a Boston police badge as a cover to gain entrance. This is likely the same badge McCall acquired in the first film when he used Detective Master's badge to bluff his way into the money laundering warehouse. This was the final theatrical film role of Orson Bean, who played Sam. In the first Equalizer, Robert McCall is completely bald. In this movie, he has short hair, implying that he is not bald, but shaves his head. And then, of course, in part 3, he goes back to bald again. After the hitman lift passenger is killed, McCall looks at his phone, which is some computer hello, my tongue is numb. Let me try that again. After the hitman lift passenger is killed, McCall looks at his phone, which is some computer programming code. This code is actually a complex algorithm called the Kubitur-Kalman filter, which is like a smart helper for computers using particles. It helps them guess what will happen next in things like tracking a moving car. The algorithm is really good at making these guesses, even when things are a bit messy or uncertain. In the scene where Miles is in McCall's bedroom, there is a gray blanket with black and gold stripes on the end of the bed. That's the same blanket issued to cadets at West Point. The drink that the Turkish guys have on the train is Rocky, and the bottle is a brand of Yeni Rocky. It is similar to Ouzo, but not a shot drink served in shot glasses. It is served cold in long cylindrical glasses and mostly mixed with water and ice cubes. When Sam gets into Robert's car, Sam mentioned that Robert is his favorite driver. In reality, it's very rare to get the same Lyft driver you've had before, and even not possible to request the same driver. Also, Robert asks Sam if they're going to the copy shop again. Robert would have already had the location of where Sam is being requested to drive to and wouldn't need to ask him where to go. True. A killer attempts to kill Robert by getting in his Lyft. This would be nearly impossible to do as drivers are assigned to riders based on an algorithm using proximity. It is possible to manually override the algorithm if both the driver and potential rider cooperate. It would not be possible for a rider to do this alone. One of the early montage scenes shows Robert driving 3 preteens. Lyft does not allow the transport of unaccompanied minors. Interpol is depicted as a murder scene investigative agency, even allowing the CIA to cooperate and visit the crime scene. First of all, Interpol is an international authority that facilitates cooperation among countries with no law enforcement duties and powers on national soil, in this case, Belgium. Secondly, any involvement of a U.S. intelligence agency would be coordinated at the government level. The CIA would certainly not be allowed to walk around a fresh crime scene. After McCall, as a Lyft driver, insists on a 5-star driver rating from a passenger, he's seen receiving the rating from that passenger. In fact, Lyft drivers don't see an individual rating from specific passengers, rather a rolling average from the previous 100 passengers. CCTV systems in public hotels and other commercial service providers in the EU are not capable of recording audio, and often are not allowed to. A hotel would have no reason to have one, as it would require complex data protection disclosures incompatible with the services of an accommodation business. Once again, McCall is wearing the Sanudo Core All Black. It is a fixture in all 3 films as he's about to engage. Okay, it's to watch. The features are slightly exaggerated by CGI. Countdown timer doesn't work the same. It is remarkably affordable for such a movie watch. Okay. The military uniform that is shown in McCall's closet indicates McCall was once a gunnery sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps. The uniform also reflects combat heroism, as he has both a Navy Cross and a Silver Star medal. These medals are the 3rd and 2nd highest Marine Corps awards for valor facing an armed enemy. McCall drives a 2017 Chevrolet Malibu. The book that McCall is reading in his apartment is Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. The book was initially published in German in 1922. The copy McCall has, recognizable by its cover picture, is the first American edition, translated by Hilda Rosner, published in 1951 by New Directions, New York. Although McCall is seen holding and using guns to threaten in the movie, he only actually shoots one man with a gun, and the other McCall shoots with a harpoon. Pedro Pascal's character has an eye gouged out in the final fight. In the Mountain and the Viper episode of Game of Thrones, something similar happens to his character, although a little more graphic.
Oh, yeah.
Way more. Yeah. Okay. The harpoon rifle McCall uses to kill Kovac in the final battle is the same harpoon rifle used by Quint to fire the barrels of the great white shark in Jaws. Bill Pullman, who of course plays Brian Plummer, also loses his movie wife in Independence Day. Spoiler alert. Okay. All right. When Robert McCall is standing outside of Dave York's home talking to the assassin team, he makes shooting gestures to each of them before he joins Dave's wife and his daughters in the car. In the final battle scene, he kills all the assassins in the same order he points at them in the earlier scene. Nice. All right. That is that. That is all of the trivia in IMDb Pro.
I've been trying to start a poll, and for whatever reason, when I start my poll, it gets cut off. So I'm trying to ask the audience, you guys out there, What for next week? What would you rather have? You could probably run it on yours because you might not have the same problem I have. Anyway, next week we could do Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise or Wind River. I'll let you folks decide. Uh, uh, Deleted will put it in the poll on his channel, and we could all vote over there.
Okay, the poll is up on my channel, as Bill said. Tom Cruise, Jack Reacher, or Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen in Wind River, Taylor Sheridan film. All right. All right. And you're welcome, Lady Mist. Thank you. All
Yes.
right. Yeah. And Bill, yes. Bill, you sound like, yeah, it's, I think how's the weather you're having there? Because I understand there's some.
Oh, it's been for 2 days straight. We had nothing but wind and very, very cold front. Today my power was out for 2.5 hours. So was my internet. I didn't know if we'd be able to run the show today.
Yeah, we almost didn't have a show, folks, but luckily everything worked out for the best. I'm concerned about tomorrow because it's been quite cold here as well, and it looks like we're going to get some rain on top of it. And if that takes place, then we're looking at the possibility of snow here, which I am not looking forward to. So, though it will have been a while, if it does in fact snow, it would be 7 years almost to the day since the last time we've gotten snow. So we will see. We will see. All right. Let me check on the poll here real quick, which at this point seems to be, well, it's going back and forth. It seems to be 50-50 right about now.
Yeah.
So, keep on voting, folks, please.
Yes.
Next week's film, Jack Reacher or Wind River. And I'm fine with either one. So, yeah, the choice is yours, folks.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, joining us right at the end here, JPRPH1. Just got home from work. Saying hello. Good to see you, sir. Channel member. Poll is up on my page for next week's movie. Jack Reacher or Wind River.
Wind River looks like Wind River just pulled ahead.
Wind River has pulled ahead. Yes.
I'd love to be running it on my end, but I don't know. When I start the poll and I ask the option A or B for the choice, and then it gets cut off, and then I hit enter, and it's like well, I can't do a poll because I'm not allowing me. It's like I don't know what's going on in there. I just had a software update. I guess they updated me from Windows 10 to Windows 11. I think that could be the problem, but I don't know. Oh, we're back to 50 for 8 votes. 50. 50-50.
Okay, so yes, please break the tie, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we've had 8 votes so far. We're at 50-50. So, folks, let us know. What do you want to see next week? All right, while the voting is continuing here, right, Bill, what do you have coming up?
Oh, well, we got wild card games on Saturday, back-to-back wild card games Saturday, covering both games there, and then there's three games on Sunday. Going to be covering at least two of those, doing the play-by-play commentary, and then we got a Monday night wild card game. So to finish out this first round of the 2024 season postseason playoffs, it should be exciting and fun. That's what I got coming up, and we're probably going to do some karaoke here on Saturday night. Well, actually, no, we're not, because that game's going to be running late because it's a later game.
All right.
And there won't be time to do karaoke. Karaoke will have to be on the back burner for a couple weeks.
I see. All righty. Now, no, do not join us on Cosme because the movie's over.
Yeah.
All righty. But you can join us on Cosme for next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Oh, no, hold on. Whoa, we had a bit of a jump there.
River.
Okay.
Red River
is back up to the lead again. We will keep the poll up for a few more minutes there. I do want to remind everyone later on tonight will be coming attractions. This is my show, formerly the Weekend Update, where I let everybody know what I'm going to be up to on my channel for the next week or so. I do also want to remind everyone that the link is up for the next episode of Unscripted. It'll be episode 95, entitled California Burning. When we talking about the wildfires, and I'm basically going to be talking about disaster relief in general, and I'm starting to see some backsliding that I find very troubling. So as far as government's reaction when a disaster takes place. So I will be talking about the California fires, but it's not just going to be about that. So stay tuned Sunday night at 8 p.m. All right. The poll is up right now. If anybody would like to vote, you still have a couple of minutes. Your choices are Jack Reacher, directed by Christopher McQuarrie, and starring Tom Cruise. It's based on the Reacher novel One Shot, and which was actually the first Reacher book that I read. So I got kind of a soft spot for that story. And also, your other choice is Wind River. With
one that we've been talking about doing for quite a while now.
Doing that for a while. Taylor Sheridan film, written and directed, and starring Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen and John Bernthal. So, we got two good ones. I am fine with either one, folks. I've been wanting to do both of these movies for a while now. So, yeah. All right. So
I can no longer see the poll for some reason.
Okay. Right now, Wind River is winning by 1 vote. Looks like
Okay.
56% to 44.
That's pretty good. And then I'm actually surprised at how equally how close the race has been.
Indeed. All right.
I'll let you call it when
I guess that nobody else has voted for a little bit here. So
JPR what's his
JP
double
is
feature.
double feature. I don't.
I don't know
All
that's
right.
asking
We're
a
gonna
lot
go.
of you folks. We figured one movie, whether it be a close to 2 hour movie or under 2 hour movie, is enough.
Yeah.
That way you could have your own time with the rest of your day or evening.
All righty. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Wind River
All right.
will
All
be the
right.
next film. It is, as I said, it is a film written and directed by Taylor Sheridan, of course, the creator of Yellowstone. Also starring, like I said, Jeremy Renner, Elizabeth Olsen, John Bernthal, Graham Greene, and some faces that some Yellowstone fans are going to recognize during the course of that film as well, because it has some of the same actors. So yeah, it's about a investigation into a murder on an Indian reservation. So interesting, very interesting film. So check it out. Next week, 3:30 p.m. We do this every week at the same time. Bill is the creator and host of this program. I've been along for the ride for some 50 odd episodes of it now. So yeah, Wind River is a movie we've been talking about doing for a while. So I'm glad to see this finally. We're going to finally get to it, because I've really been looking forward to revisiting this movie. It was I thought one of the best of its year. I think I had it at like number 4 in my top 10 for that year. So really looking forward to it. And for those of you who have perhaps not seen it, to get a chance to get a look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do hope you'll join us for that one as well.
Indeed. Yeah. Well, I want to go ahead, and I'm sure Bill does too, to thank everybody, of course, who joined us on Cosme. Thank you all very much. And to thank once again everybody who is in the main chat. Of course,
it's here now, or who dropped by.
Yeah.
Lady Miss, JPR1, Connie Clearly, Words and Pictures, FKAC 2005, sometimes known as Tim, Igma Service. Let's see, who else we got?
Let's see,
Darkwood Presents.
Darkwoods.
Toby was with us in the Cosme, watching Nong.
Yeah, that's Darkwoods. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that deleted guy. He was okay, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll just say my parting words now. As always, thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us at here. Be excellent to each other. Party on, and we'll see you on the next one. All right, Delete.
All right. And I would like to once again thank Connie for dropping the member chat on Bill's side. And I would like to once again thank Darkwoods Presents for the super chat. Much appreciated. From HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy. Remember that if the odds are against you, the Equalizer will be there. Because this is how we win.